everyone, it's Dorothy with crazyforcrust.com and welcome to my kitchen. One of the hardest times of the day for me is breakfast. I'm not usually hungry, but I know that I have to eat breakfast, especially if I'm gonna go to the gym and work out. I need to have something in my stomach. So the hardest thing for me to do is find things that aren't just cereal or scrambled eggs that's gonna satisfy me to get me through my workout and get me to lunch with only eating a small mid-morning snack instead of eating the entire pantry. And that's where this recipe comes in. This recipe is perfect for those times when you're trying to find something to eat for breakfast, but you just don't know what to have. And if you don't like oatmeal, this recipe is perfect for you. I do not like oatmeal. I have tried to like it. I make it every once in a while. I make it cold, I make it hot. I just don't like it. Even when I'm at like a hotel and they have a breakfast bar and they have oatmeal, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it. And I don't like it unless I add a ton of stuff to it that makes it really unhealthy, like chocolate and cinnamon sugar and honey and granola. Other than that, I don't like it. If you're in that same boat where you don't like oatmeal, don't worry, this recipe is still for you. It's baked oatmeal. And until I discovered that baked oatmeal tasted so much different than regular oatmeal, I had avoided it. And then one time I made it and it was like, light bulb. And I was like, oh my God, I do like oatmeal. I like it baked, just not mushy and gloppy like regular. Making baked oatmeal is super simple. You can adjust it to your liking and you can add mix-ins or swap out different things depending on what you feel like that day. Today's version of baked oatmeal that I'm gonna show you is Cinnamon Sugar Baked Oatmeal. And it's really, really simple and it's super flavorful. It tastes almost like a soft, warm granola bar. But there's a lot less sugar and a lot less fat than in a normal fattening breakfast bar. This recipe starts with a mashed banana. Applesauce if you want, but I love using mashed banana. I always have bananas on my counter because they always look so good at the grocery store, but then they start getting brown spotted and no one eats them. So I love using mashed banana in this recipe. You're gonna mix the mashed banana with a little bit of brown sugar, eggs, some vanilla, baking powder, and cinnamon. And then you're gonna add in old-fashioned oats. Now don't use quick cooking oats here. You're gonna wanna use old-fashioned oats. It gives it some nice chew.
And 1 cup of milk. You can use cow's milk or you can use non-dairy milk such as almond or soy.
Stir that all together. It'll be nice and wet. And you're gonna pour it into a 9 by 13 inch baking dish that's been sprayed with non-stick cooking spray. And then the cinnamon sugar part of this comes when you mix a little bit of sugar with some cinnamon and sprinkle it over the top like cinnamon sugar topping. It gives a little bit of nice flavor for the top. It makes it a little bit sweeter so your kids will like it. By doing this, you don't need to add syrup or anything like that. It's just perfectly sweet on its own. Then bake it at 350 for about 25 to 30 minutes until it's set. I let it sit for just a few minutes and then I serve it warm. It's absolutely delicious straight out of the oven. I also love freezing it in plastic sandwich bags and then heating it up for a quick breakfast because there's no way I can eat a whole pan of this before it goes bad. So I always slice it into squares and freeze it, and then it's always in the freezer for me to grab when I'm hungry for breakfast. It's a little bit healthier, a little bit better for you, and it's absolutely delicious. Thanks for watching today. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and eat something sweet.